Hi there, my name is Jennifer Dixon with Green Valley Nation, and today we're going to talk about the Charlotte's Web Recovery Gummies. The Charlotte's Web Recovery Gummies have 10 milligrams of CBD per each serving of 2 gummies. In addition to that, you get 50 milligrams of turmeric and 25 milligrams of ginger each time you take one of these servings. Now, if you want to get a full rundown on all things Charlotte's Web Recovery Gummies, make sure you check out our blog at greenvalleynation.com so you can get everything, and you can even get copies of the COAs, which I will mention in this review. These Charlotte's Web Gummies are actually brand new to the Charlotte's Web lineup. I just started hearing about them this summer, the summer of 2019. So I was really excited to get these gummies just to try them. There are actually 3 different ones you can try. The recovery, then they have one for sleep, and then they have one that is just for calm. So I was really pumped to try these recovery ones since I am in the yoga industry and I am always looking for something that will help me to recover a little bit faster so I can get back to my daily routines with a little more ease, right? So each gummy has 5 milligrams in it. The suggested serving size is actually 2 gummies. So you'll get 10 milligrams of CBD each time you take a serving of this. And guess what? This is a full spectrum product. So that means Charlotte's Web uses the entire plant. Everything that basically grows above the ground is considered the aerial part of the plant. And that means that you get the full benefit of all of the hemp plant, which is sometimes called the entourage effect. So you get the cannabinoids and the terpenes and all the other wonderful things that are inside that hemp plant each time you take one of these servings, which is 2 gummies. Charlotte's Web is an American CBD powerhouse. They've got everything from tinctures that are full spectrum and isolate. They now have these gummies, they have pet products, and they also have capsules that you can take. We have actually done several reviews right here on Green Valley Nation. So if you'd like to learn more, definitely go and make sure to check us out at greenvalleynation.com. Let's take just a few moments to talk about exactly what you get inside the Charlotte's Web Recovery Gummies. Right now, you can only get it in this big container. There are 60 gummies. They actually don't look like teddy bears. This is kind of new to me. They're little orange squares, I'll close in on it, and you get 60 of those, keeping in mind that one suggested serving size is 2 of these gummies. You do get 10 milligrams of a full spectrum CBD inside each serving size, as well as 50 milligrams of turmeric and 25 milligrams of ginger. Now, since this is a Charlotte's Web product, you can get this all over US, Canada, you can get it in Brazil, and some places in the UK, but that is definitely depending on how much their inventory they have at the time. You can have access to their COAs. There is a QR code right here on the back of the container, and as well, if you order it online and get the shipping label, they'll put a QR code in a place for you to check out the COA there. Now, what you'll have to do is you'll scan that with your phone, and that'll take you to another website. In that website, you actually, on the bottom of this container, in a really light green letter and number combination, you'll have to read out the lot number, and you put in everything after the pound sign, the number sign, and that will get you to the certificate of analysis for these gummies. Now, I'll take just a moment to talk to you a little bit about the certificate of analysis. Charlotte's Web completely revamped how they disclosed information this year, actually in 2019. So now when you go to that certificate of analysis, you get to see the cannabinoid profile. And something that I thought was really cool was the fact that these gummies have both CBG and CBC as well as the CBD. So this means that it doesn't just have the cannabinoid CBD in it. You've got some of the CBC and CBG, which each have their own properties to help lend towards wellness. In the COA, you also can see that these gummies passed for tests with pesticides, residual solvents, and microbials, meaning that it didn't show positive for any of them, which just helps you to know that what you're getting is a really high quality product that isn't shot up with a whole bunch of crappy chemicals. So it makes you just know that this is what it says it is, and it's good for you. You know, like there's nothing really terrible inside of it. So that makes me like it a little bit more. Let's dive into what it's actually like to supplement with these guys. So when you first get your container, it's actually, you'll notice this is actually a pretty big container. This is really a lot bigger than other gummies that I've had of similar counts, like 60 counts. And the other thing you're going to notice is that they are orange. It looks sort of like a cube of sweet potato. Now, because this is a more natural product, you're going to notice that it's not covered in anything sugary sweet. I'm going to set this down. And it also can kind of feel and look a little slimy. I'm not sure if that's going to be picked up in the camera. So you do have to kind of get over the fact that it looks a little weird and it feels weird. However, it actually tastes pretty good. It's a turmeric and ginger flavored candy-ish gummy, right? A CBD gummy. And it actually tastes pretty good. You just kind of have to get over the fact that it looks funny and it feels funny. The first time I took them, I actually took them after, I'm going to call it a yoga binger. I had practiced a whole bunch over 2 days, and I went ahead and took the full dose, the 2 gummies. And within about an hour, I was already starting to feel some relief from some of the muscle fatigue. But more importantly, the next day, I was not nearly as sore as I thought it would be. Like, in fact, I don't remember waking up and hurting at all, which is amazing considering how much practice I'd actually done. You will notice that compared to other gummies, like if you steal some of your kids' gummies, these don't have the same texture. They don't stick to your teeth as much, which I actually appreciate, and they're not quite as sweet, but they actually still taste pretty good. You can take one if you only want the 5 milligrams, but the recommended dose is definitely 2. I'm going to take one just right now because I'm not really hurting and I kind of like the way they taste. Now let's talk a little bit about what it's like to incorporate these Charlotte's Web recovery gummies into your day-to-day life over time. So every time I have taken these gummies, it has been expressly to see how I would feel after a particularly hard day, workout, etc. So I can take them in the morning, and I have taken them at night and in the middle of the day. The things that I've noticed every single time I've taken them is that the residual pain that I almost always have, like in my low back and hip and, feet, because I'm 40 going on 85 apparently, it always goes away. It takes usually about half an hour to an hour and that pain goes away. I don't use these to help me sleep, but I do notice that if I take it at night before bed, it will help me. I seem to sleep through the night as compared to waking up between that dreaded, like 1:30 and 3:30 and can't go back to sleep. When I do take the gummies before bed, I do tend to stay asleep the whole time. I really love the fact that these help to get rid of the pain and make me a little bit nicer. So if I take it when I'm kind of wound up and stressed out, every single time I've taken them, they've kind of they don't make me sleepy or kind of, they just make me feel good. And so that's one of the best things that I love about these Charlotte's Web CBD recovery gummies. Let me give you a couple of other things that I really like about the gummies. Another thing, especially if you're one of those that really pays attention to how much sugar you take, you're gonna notice there's not that much sugar in here. In fact, there is only 3 grams of added sugars, which if you're really trying to watch that sugar intake, that's actually pretty good for a gummy, I think. Another thing I like is how secure this is. So it does take up some real estate. Like there's a lot of space here. So it's not like you're gonna put this in your back pocket and it's kind of a hassle to throw in your purse. But guess what? Like this isn't gonna fall apart. It's a nice screw-on container, and in fact it actually took me a little bit to get it opened. So it's a very secure container that will hopefully help keep these guys fresh a little bit longer. It's just not the most convenient carrying size because these are slightly larger. Now let's talk about a few things that I don't really love about the Charlotte's Web recovery gummies. So first one, it's really just a tactile thing, and it's because they kind of feel a little bit like my children have been playing in slime and then left it out. And so maybe it's because I have little kids and the idea of slime going into my mouth kind of bothers me, but I do have that mental hurdle. Once I'm eating it, it actually tastes pretty good. So it does taste good, but it is definitely a more natural, I'm going to use air quotes there, product because it kind of slimy. Another thing that I want you to keep in mind that I don't really love, it does have 50 milligrams of turmeric in it and 25 milligrams of ginger. However, according to, like, if you do a really quick Google search on recommended dosaging for turmeric and ginger for the recovery or anti-inflammatory, like, these are legitimately like 1/10 of the amount of the suggested dose to have those anti-inflammatory properties. So I kind of feel like they're claiming that this can do a lot more than it really can, because if you're only getting 50 milligrams of turmeric and you're supposed to get like 500, that's not really enough to do what they're trying to say it does. However, you are getting 10 milligrams of CBD, and at least for me, that's perfect for me with pain management and stress management and sleep. So keep in mind the fact that it's not really that much turmeric or ginger. I want to talk to you a little bit about the total value that you get when you purchase these Charlotte's Web gummies. So cost per serving is about $2, which it's just under $2, which is a little bit high per CBD, like total milligrams. However, if you are one of those people that are very averse to the more earthy flavors that are commonly found in like tinctures, then it's worth it to spend a little bit more money to get a product that is all natural, full spectrum, and it actually tastes pretty good. So in that regard, it is a little bit more expensive, but it's worth it if the taste factor is way, way, way a big deal. Another thing that is great about the Charlotte's Web products is that they are cGMP certified, US Hemp certified. They come with all of their test results. So you know exactly what you're getting, and you know you're getting a high premium product. So it kind of gives you a little bit of security knowing that you're going with a company that's been around for a long time, since 2011. They have been offering products on the market. They are the largest CBD provider in America. So if you are really, really tied to not liking the taste of the tinctures and you want to go with a company and a brand that is known and trusted across the US, this is a really, really good option. So to summarize all of these little bits and pieces together, inside each Charlotte's Web recovery gummies, you get 60 of these sort of sweet potato or yummy colored but tasty gummies. They actually are a little bit more like fruit roll-ups, if you will, than an actual gummy. They have 10 milligrams of CBD, 50 milligrams of turmeric, and 25 milligrams of ginger. This is an organic product. It is cGMP certified and US Hemp Authority certified. You can get it here in the States, in Brazil, Canada, and also in some places in the UK. Once again, my name is Jennifer Dixon with Green Valley Nation. I hope you enjoyed this review, and don't forget you can check out even more on our website at greenvalleynation.com. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. I can't wait to see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.